do for you?
Okay, so can I ask my question?
Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, Kevin, I don't know if it's me or the men that I'm dating, but they kind of make it seem like my attitude is like a bit difficult.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure if I have like an attitude problem or I just have like low tolerance for BS.
How old are you?
I just turned 27.
27. How tall are you?
Classic rundown.
5'6".
Dress size.
8.
Mm-hmm. How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
I'm definitely on a weight loss.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
So this morning, yeah, it was this morning. I was 189.
Yeah. Look, man, that's not a dress size 8. I'm an image consultant in real life. Let's try that again. Dress size?
Honestly, I'm not really sure.
So you lied to me.
Whatever
Yeah.
my.
See, I don't like people to just come out and make up stuff. You're 5 foot how tall?
I mean,
you're 5 foot how tall?
I'm 5'6".
Right, 190 pounds. That's yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm be honest, man. If men are telling you you have an attitude, first off, you don't want to be reading the comment section. That's not going to help because I'm having a conversation with you. And what do you mean when guys tell you you have an attitude problem or maybe you just have low tolerance? What do you mean?
I don't know. They just make it seem like I really can't take a joke, or I just tend to have like.
And maybe you can't take a joke. People always have like these weird reactions to stuff, and it's just like, if these people are saying that, might be true. Might be. Not necessarily, but it might be.
Like, not the best patience, but basically they just make it seem like I'm the issue, but sometimes I just really feel like I know I have things I need to work on, but I just feel like sometimes they're just like not man enough
to handle you.
Yeah, like, but the thing is, like,
it always comes out. It always comes out. Women, they always try to shame men for not being man enough to handle them. What are you, a horse? That's my question. I always wonder that. Are you a horse? Are you some kind of wild animal that needs to be tamed? Or are you an adult human? That's just my question. It's like, that always kills me. Can't handle you. What are you, a dragon? Like, should we start calling you the mother of dragons? Good God. I want to tame you.
I know I have things to work on. Like, I know I need to work on my patience. And
like, do y'all realize how much effort and energy goes to like having to tame a woman? Having to like handle her? You know what I mean? You already got to do enough just to build relationships and to deal with people. But to be trying to tame her, so she fighting against you while you trying to fight against the world anyway. It's just insane, man.
Maybe my attitude a little bit.
Who do you live with?
I live alone.
I don't know why women feel like somebody has to put up with your attitude. Well, I don't know why ladies, like women in general, or in particular, why should anybody have to put up with your attitude?
That's a good point.
I'm seriously, I'm being dead honest. And what state do you live in?
I'm in Kansas.
Kansas. It's good to, think highly of yourself, but I'm going to ask you a hard question. Do your attitudes match your looks?
I think so.
Okay. Where would you rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? You can't use 7, just right here.
Well, I'm really natural right now, so I would say an 8.
An 8?
Jeez.
I mean, I'm being
Okay.
honest, yeah.
And when you're made up, where would you put yourself?
Only reason I'm saying Jesus, like, look, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is not an unattractive woman. She's not an unattractive woman. She's not an ugly woman by any means. But I know where Kevin Samuels grades his scale. He looks at women like Beyonce like an 8. He looks at like Kelly Rowland or Rihanna as a 8 or as a 9. You know what I mean? So I understand why he asked that. And the truth of the matter is, if we're just gonna be honest, and I don't care if you get mad, a lot of women's attitudes don't match their looks. They have attitudes like they look a lot better than they do. And I mean, I'm not gonna yeah.
I know.
So you put yourself up there with Beyonce and Kelly Rowland.
See?
If you're a web designer, here
See?
are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know.
In my opinion, yes. I mean, I know like beauty is not.
No, beauty is very formulaic. It's not that.
Kelly Rowland is one of the most beautiful women on the planet, and she's an 8. I'm just saying, just to give you an idea of his ranking system, Kelly Rowland is one of the most attractive women out. Like that's in Hollywood and in the music industry. She is one of the most. She is top tier. So I mean,
Subjective. See, women who tend to have attitude problems tend to overvalue themselves. That's why I went directly into something you can't lie about: your height, your weight, your dress size, your looks. See, those things are static. And what you told me is by 5'5", 190 pounds, you're not hot enough to have an attitude. And to rank yourself as 8 or 9, you can walk out into the world and nobody. If somebody put you in a line next to Beyonce and Kelly Rowland, age adjusted, there's no way that they would say you all look like y'all match. You can't honestly believe that.
look at her. She does. She does. Look at her. She's taking a long time. She's taking that in. She's taking that in because she does. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm I'm not Kevin Samuels. I'm not trying to be Kevin Samuels. I'm just, like I said, I'm just breaking the breakdown. Yeah.
You nailed your head saying yes you do or no you don't.
No, I understand what you're
But
saying.
I'm asking, what do you think?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
If I were able to take Beyonce and Kelly Rowland, age adjusted, and put you all side by side, people would not say you all look like you match. They would say this one is better than that one's better than this one, and this one does not match.
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every week. Done.
Dude, that's why people hated Kevin Samuels, because he was gonna tell you the truth from his perspective, regardless. It hurt your feelings. Regardless.
I understand.
But do you agree or disagree?
Okay, Kevin. So, like, I know you want me to just answer the
Well,
question.
if you give yourself an 8, 9, or 10, that's pretty beautiful or gorgeous. If you're an 8, what is Beyonce?
Beyonce is definitely very gorgeous. Like, I obviously know Beyonce looks better than me, but
Okay.
I
But what is she though? Is she a 9, a 10, 12? What?
she's a 10.
All right, she's a 10. You're an 8. Then let's see. Who could I use? What would K Michelle be?
You said K Michelle.
He probably gonna say K Michelle is an adjustable 6. If you don't know what an adjustable 6 means, it means that when you get dolled up and you get pretty, then you go into that 7, 8 category. But naturally, you know what I mean? Naturally, you're just not on that level. That's in a nutshell.
I would say like a 7 or 8.
What would Fantasia be?
Well, Fantasia, in my opinion, I would say maybe like a 6.
So you look better than Fantasia, and you look better than K Michelle.
Yeah, I think I do.
Dang.
I mean, Kevin, you're asking me.
The slap.
I need okay, but what I'm asking you to, what I'm trying to understand is if you have I'm asking if you have any humility, an accurate estimation of what is.
Let's just be honest. This woman is a 5. She's an average looking woman. She's just a decent looking, not unattractive, average looking woman. She's not on that level. She's just not on that level. And that's what he's trying to say in a very nice and roundabout way. But
And you have proven, even by whether you agree with my skills or not, you ranked yourself higher than K Michelle and higher than Fantasia. You ranked yourself a shade below Beyonce, and you are nowhere close to being. You're not hotter than any of those women, and you damn sure your figure. Come on, we know that needs work. Why is all this important? Because if you actually, people who actually are humble don't have a lot of impatience or low tolerance of people. But people who think they're more than they are, I mean, you may be this, I don't know, maybe you're in Peoria. I don't know what part of Kansas you're in, but maybe you're hot for that part of Kansas.
I mean, I've definitely traveled.
Well, then you should have a better estimation of yourself.
And I mean, I primarily only date black men.
It has nothing to do.
now what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? It's the thing with all these. We don't need no qualifiers. Like, look, these women call into this show. They call into this show knowing what's gonna go. Or rest his soul. They called into this show knowing that he was gonna tell them the truth. Okay, they know what they were getting into. Why are you even trying to argue with his assessment? I don't even understand that. You're coming to him as an expert. You're asking his advice. That's what this is. You either calling for advice, you calling to get your moment, or you calling to try to or you calling to try to get off and end up making yourself look stupid. So we know the formula, man.
Who is just dating black men? Your question came in saying that people told you that you have an attitude. And I'm trying to understand, what is it based on?
That's a great question. I honestly, if I had to say what my attitude is based on, I would say my past, and it's not an excuse, but I'm definitely still trying to.
No. Your attitude for being low tolerance with other people.
I think you're trying to get me to say because I'm not good looking enough.
Well, how about you know what? Don't try to figure out what I'm trying to get you to say. If I want you to say something, I'll ask a question.
I think it was pretty clear what he was trying to say. I mean, he just wants to know where the source of this attitude and this energy comes from. He wants to know where it comes from. It's not hard to comprehend.
I'm not trying to get you to say anything other than what you really think. I don't know why people, I think you're trying to, what is this? Oh man.
It's funny.
Well, here's the net of it. If your attitudes give you problems, then even the guys in Kansas will tell you give you problems, then you need to change something. But oftentimes when women or people have an overinflated estimation of themselves, they tend to not have much tolerance for other people. And based on what you told me, you have an overinflated sense of yourself.
Man, there we go. He's cooking. He's cooking. I mean, we see it all the time. It's like these women who and I'm gonna be honest. I personally, I blame a lot of this on social media. I am very pro internet, pro social media, but I'm objective enough to say that one of the clear cons is literally that social media has given the average woman access that she would never have. Okay? So because this average woman now has access to a world that she would never experience otherwise, this gives her an inflated sense of self-worth. Then when you encounter these dudes that just you're just such a queen, the black woman is God, queen, 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 and then you filling these women up with an inflated sense of ego. So now you got these average women who are operating like they are gorgeous women, to the point where this average woman thinks that she looks better than K. Michelle or Fantasia. It's not, come on, let's just be honest. Just be honest. Like I said, she's not ugly. There's nothing wrong with being average looking. And that's the thing. It's like, sometimes I just wonder, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because these women with this inflated sense of ego, and these dudes with resources and without resources are still gonna mess with them, because most dudes are just trying to get their rocks off. But it's like, well, you see the result, man. At the end of the day, what did Kevin used to always say? Buy a dog, die alone. Because at the end of the day, you can't help people that don't want to be helped.